Good evening. It is Thursday evening, the 14th of May. It is our 8th week in lockdown. And this is our Freestyle Fitness yoga class. This and next week will be my last free sessions. From the 1st of June, I will be going to payment, and it'll be £10 a month for a month's 7 classes a week, plus anything I put free, anything I put up on YouTube. And if you want to just do class by class, it'll be £2.50. So let me know what you want to do. Let me know. It's going to be a Zoom, but with the Zoom, you do not, even though I can see you, which will be great for me because it's horrible, quite depressing just looking at myself. But if you don't want to show your face, then you can just keep your camera up. Hi, Ffy. Oh, nice to see you. So, what else? Make sure that this class is Freestyle Fitness, so it's not for people with high blood pressure, diabetes, joint problems, slip discs, detached retinas, any problems at all. You need to be quite fit and healthy. Even if you are quite fit and healthy, if at any time during the session you feel unwell or sick or something doesn't feel right, then don't do it, stop. Make sure that you've got enough room around you. I haven't when I'm too close to the door, but you lose my head on Facebook. But that doesn't matter, don't worry about my face, you don't need your face. But yeah, just make sure that you've got enough room, that you're not going to kick over anything. We're going to stick, even though this is the end, last week was the end and I was be starting my next program, I'm going to keep that for the paying session, so that when we start the paying sessions we start afresh and it's all new. But yeah, if you don't want to join, then all my stuff will still be available on Facebook, I think, but on my thing, but I might again close that off once it becomes paid, so that only paying people can get it on. So we're going to start off with standing and doing some breathing just while people are coming in. Bring your feet in line with your hips, tighten up the front of your thighs, pull the stomach muscles in, bring the shoulders back and down, bring the chin back. So we're going to breathe in, lifting our arms up, stretching as much as we can. We can kind of move forward slightly or backwards. We can kind of reach one side. We're trying to open up them ribs, and then we're breathing out, bringing our arms down. We want to breathe in through the nose and think of all the wonderful things we've got. And breathe out all the rubbish that comes into our head. Breathe in all the people that love us, all the love and the health and everything that we've got. And breathe out all the rubbish that's on the news, on the TV. So let's do 3 more. And our last one. Bringing it back down, give us a little shake. So, you see now I've just moved slightly. What I was trying to do is just to open up the rib cage, open up the intercostal, give them a bit of a stretch as well. And you kind of do that by having a little bit of a move. So let's start with keeping ourselves in mountain, bringing our hands down, shoulders back. And we're going to work with our chin. Breathing out as we bring it down, and breathe in as we bring it back up. So 4 forward, 4 backwards. Every time we're moving, we're thinking, where can I feel that? If it's fine when I go back, there's no pain there. But when I come forward, we may want to hold it here a little bit longer than we do going back. And bringing it back to centre. So if you find that one area feels like, You may want to hold it more in that position than the other side, which you feel nothing, just so that you're giving it an extra stretch. Again, that's down to you, that's your body, listen to that. So, tick-tock the head, bring it over, and to the other side. So this one, I would like to keep it a little bit longer here. Because this is like, oh. And then I kind of breathe into that part. Thinking about where I'm getting a pain and holding and breathing into that part of the body. And then we're bringing it back. So we're going to turn and look over the shoulder and turn and look over the other. Again, we're doing 4. Or again, you may find that, oh, actually no, I want to hold it there, I want to stretch that. And you hold it in one position. Doing this, I feel equal on both sides. So I don't feel I want to hold anything. And bringing it back to centre. So we're bringing our arms down. We're going to do the forward backwards move. So we're breathing in, reaching back, and breathing out, bringing the arms down, lifting back up. Breathe out, breathe in, if you can, through the nose. Reaching back, feel the stretch through the front, feel the stretch through the back. You could make the arms a bit more by, as you're going down, bring the arm, I'm going to move here slightly so that I don't bang, and roll the arms back. Taking them down, rolling them back. You don't have to do this, but again, it's just adding another dimension to our arms. And we're going to do one more. I'll do it that way. And then bringing the arms down. So it starts to feel that nicely coming through the shoulders. We're taking the arm up, breathing in, and breathing out to reach over. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So again, we work the other arm. The arm's going in forward motion. Now we're moving them side to side, moving them around again in a circle. So even though we're still working the waist, we're working the side ribs, we're also working the shoulders. And again, if you're using your hand, just one hand all the time, then the other shoulder doesn't get a workout. We have to try and make it even. And then bringing it down. So we're going to turn and look over our shoulder, making sure our head's leading and the body's just following with it. Using our breath, so remember to breathe out as we reach round. And then we're bringing it back to centre and the body's just slowing down. I forgot to put the music on today. Ah, never mind. So, from here, let's take our legs, let them bend, turn them out slightly. Bend the knees, tilting the pelvis under, bringing the hands together, pushing out as we breathe out. As we breathe in, we're tilting the pelvis back, we're reaching back. We're breathing out, pushing through them fingers, feel that stretch. Breathe in, stretch the hands back, stretch the palms back. Feel the stretch through the shoulders as the shoulders are pulling together. Breathing out, breathing in. If I start talking, work with your breath. Don't wait for me, otherwise sometimes you could be there forever. But you'll feel this again starts to work through that spine, through the front of the chest, through the upper back. And we're going to do one more forward, one more backwards. And then bringing it down. So we're going to move the hip side to side, thinking about trying to lift that hip up. You might find one leg will bend, one leg will straighten. We're just moving it side, trying to get the muscles in the waist to work. And then we're going to bring it to centre and we're going to take it round in our circle. And then we're taking it round the other way. And bringing it back to our centre. Bring your leg over onto your right foot. Flex your left. If you need to, hold onto a wall or something. Bring it forwards and backwards. Trying to stop that foot from turning. Keep it facing forward. 5. See when I start counting, I lose my breath. 6, 7, 8. Woo. And then change sides. Find a spot to look at, try not to laugh. Flex everything, hold everything in that side, on the left side now. Bring it forwards and backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See what happens when you actually concentrate and don't start laughing? So let's going to take it across the front of the body. So again, tighten everything up, pull it in, find your spot. Flex your foot, bring it across the body, out to the side, but don't let it turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you'll feel that pulling onto that waist as well. Move over. Find your spot, pull everything in, tighten up that standing leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And bring it down. Give your legs a little shake. We're going to take it into a chair pose and then lift up into diver's pose onto our tiptoes. Again, find a spot on the floor, look at that, so that you're holding yourself. It helps you to look in the right position. Once you know what you're doing, don't have to look at me. Just move into it, work with your breathing. So I'm going to stay in this, stay here. We're lifting our arms up. Again, if that hurts too much, you can always take it down. Remember to pull them shoulders back together. Open the armpits out, so you want the front of your armpits facing forward, not forward facing in towards each other, facing out. So we're going to sit down into our chair as we breathe out, pulling them stomach muscles in, tucking the chin in, not looking forward. We're breathing in, whereas if we're being pulled up onto our tiptoes. And then we're breathing out, we're sitting down. We're breathing in, we're finding our spot, we're lifting up. We're kind of pushing our pelvis slightly forward. We're sitting down, we're taking it backwards. We're breathing in. And this is our last one, breathe out. And breathe in. And bring it back down. So from here we're taking it into a half bend. So remember, pull that stomach in, hand on the legs if you need to, or if you can, use your arms. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, reach forward, tilting that pelvis back, so make sure it's not tucked under. Bottom down. Breathe in, lift up. If you want, reach back. Breathe out, reach forward, chin tucked in. Breathe in, lift. 2 more. Bring the arms down to the side. So we're going to take it all the way down to the floor into a 4 bend. So lifting the arms up, but then we're taking them out to the side. We're swan diving down. Hands towards the floor, head down. Doesn't matter if the hands don't touch. Lift the head, straighten the arms, breathe in. Again, reach back if you want. Swan dive down. And breathe in, lift up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last one. Breathe out. Breathe in. So we're going to go all the way down again, and we're going to go into our twist. Taking it down. Start with your right hand. Breathe in. Reach to the ceiling. Breathe out. Bring it down. Left hand lifts. Breathing in. Breathe out to bring it down. Lift the head. Breathe in. Let's start with the left. Breathe out. Breathe in to lift that left arm up. Breathe out to bring it down. If you want to, you find it might be easy to bend the knees, you can always do that as well. Bring it down. Lift up. 2 more each side. Here we go. And with all this, we're working the back of them legs. We're working that waist. We're stretching through the rib cage, working the back muscles. As we're lifting up, we're working that lower back. The bit that normally everybody squishes down and we lose our shape. This time it's working, it's stretching and it's working. So we're bringing it up. We're taking the legs apart, feet facing forward, hands reaching out. Left hand, breathe out, brings down to the right foot. As we reach over to the other side and pull, we're breathing out. As we grab the legs, we pull our head through, we're breathing out. As we lift up, we're breathing in. We're going to the right. Sorry, to the left. Unless the right's rubbish. Use that hand to pull if you need to. Again, use the arms to pull in. Lift up. I'm going to go sideways. Taking it down. Last one. Bring it up and jump the feet together. Lovely. So we're taking it into sun salutation. We're going to go into sun sal. 4 sun sals, and then straight from the last down dog of sun salutation straight into our flow. It'll be 2 flows, so 1 on each side. 2 on each side. Sometimes I wonder where my mouth actually goes, or my tongue. My brain goes off on its own mad one. So we're going to bring ourselves to the front of your mat, or wherever you want it, wherever you stand. We're going to take ourselves into mountain. So again, hands inside, make sure that everything's pulled in, pulling in the stomach muscle, shoulders back and down. Hands together in prayer, push, bring them up. So if I come down, okay, is it there? So you'll be sort of having your hands sort of like this, but you're standing up. People on Instagram are going, why are you on your knees? I can see what your hands are doing. People on Facebook can't. So we're going to have the hands risen. Reach the shoulders back, pull the shoulders together, but don't let the shoulders come up by the ears. Keep pulling them down and pulling them back. Think about Again, moving the inside of your armpits forward. Close your eyes if you can. If you feel you're wobbling, try and tighten all the muscles back up. Think about what brings you to yoga. What do you want to gain from it? Even if you just want a new car, at this point, ask. No, I don't know what you want with a car. Can't use it at the moment. So, we're going to breathe in and reach back. As we breathe out, we can bring our hands down into a forward bend. As we breathe in, we're lifting shoulders back, chin tucked in, into our half bend. You can reach the arms out if you want. We're taking the hands down. From here, still looking forward, we're bending, and if you can, you're jumping back to down dog. If you want, you can always walk the legs, you can always step it out. We're coming up onto our tiptoes as we breathe in. As we breathe out, we're moving forward into plank. We're bending the elbows, bringing the chest down, then rolling up and into upward facing dog. We're stepping back to down dog. We're bending the knees, we're looking forward, and as we breathe out, we're jumping forward and going into our forward bend. Breathe in to lift up, reach back. Breathe out. Breathe in. 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 Okay, this is our fourth one. So on the second down dog, we're going to hold it there. So we're staying here. From here, we're going to lift our right foot up in the air. As we do that, we can push the left heel down. From there, we're going to pull it into the chest, step it forward. Drop that back heel down at the bottom. Breathe in, lift up into warrior one. Pushing forward. Keep that back leg pushing down. Take the arms out, bringing them down, pulling the elbows back. Stretching the arms out, turning into warrior two. Push with the knee, pull back with the arm. Reach forward, take it over into side angle pose. Straighten the front leg, drop the arm down, the other one up into pyramid. Triangle pose, sorry. Bend the knee. Reverse warrior. We're bringing the hand down, we're taking the arm round onto our tiptoe, look to the floor, lift into warrior three. From here, we're bending the knee, the foot comes down, the hand comes down, we're back to down dog. We're coming forward and down, and we're stepping back. Let's take it to the other side. Lift that left foot up, breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, we're going to do one more on each side. We're going to take this into a drop and come back into it. So, I'm not going to talk this time, otherwise I can't breathe. So let's start with that right leg. Doesn't matter if you get it wrong. Lift up, step in, just breathe now. Think about where you're breathing. Now we're going to go back and finish in child. And bring it back up. So, I'm sure I did 3 the other day. Doesn't matter. 3, 4, doesn't matter. We're going to take it now into our, bringing it down to the floor, and we're taking this into hip release in child. So this, as it says, helps to release some of the hips, and it's the connecting tissues that we want to think. And the connecting tissues are like webs, like candy floss, and they hold the skin to the muscles and they hold the muscles to the bones, but sometimes they're tight, so sometimes we have to kind of work them a little bit to get them out. And it's not about stretching, it's just about kind of holding sometimes in a position and letting gravity, let the body just kind of go, okay, we'll let go. You'll sometimes feel it as like a shaking of the body, and that's just the body sort of testing how much give it can give. Your body will always, your number one thing of your body is that it will protect you. It will stop you from injuring yourself at any cost. So the shaking, sometimes that's what your body kind of giving that little test. How far can I push it? So if you just hold it in a position, you'll find that that's really nice, and the body will just feel a bit more relaxed and a little bit safer to let go. So this one is hip releasing. We're starting off on our hands and knees. We're going to take our right foot out and place it flat down. Now we want to make sure that we're pushing right down to the outer edge. We don't want it rolling up. We want it to push down. The more we think of pushing here, it'll lift the bridge of the foot, and again you'll feel this kind of a lifting through the knee and through the inner thigh. Then the other foot, I'm going to turn around so that you can see where this foot is going. That one's out there. This one, now it'll kind of want to slide in. If it doesn't, don't move it. But if it does, if it feels like, oh, it wants to go there, but her foot's over here and she hasn't said move it. If it feels it wants to come in, let it. But don't force it. So if it's there and it doesn't want to move, and my foot's here, and you think, oh, it should be there, don't twist the knee because it'll just kind of take you out of line. So if it wants to come in, it'll come in naturally. If it doesn't, it won't. Don't force it. And turn around the other way now. So, we're here. And my foot's coming. Push down, engage that. So from there, you're going to walk your hands forward and you're keeping your bum up in the air, you're letting your head come down. It can go on the floor, that's okay. You can bring your elbows down, they can go down if they want to. But from there, you're now going to try, while pushing that foot down at the side again, don't let it roll in, lift it. You're going to use your fingers, walk your fingers forward slightly and see if you can push with your fingers and lift your elbows off the floor. And as well as doing your shoulders, and it'll do your leg as well. But you're just letting your body relax down. But you're still trying to push and lift. You may find your body starting to slide. And again, that's okay if it wants to. But you want to keep your bum up in the air. And then we're going to walk our hands back in, bring ourselves up, bring that foot in. So I'll do it the other way so that you can see it a bit better from this viewpoint. Take the foot out, make sure it's flat down. Flat down, you're lifting up that leg. If that leg wants to come in, you let it come in. From hands in front, you're walking them out. You can bring the elbows down, you can let your head drop down, you can walk your hands forward, keep pushing, and eventually it might be that your bottom or your chest wants to come down. That's okay, but keep pushing and trying to lift the arms off the floor. And then we're bringing the arms back. We're pushing up. Okay, so let's try it one more time. Always better the second time. So we're bringing it in. We're taking the hands out. We're pushing down with that outside edge. Bringing the elbows down. Letting the head come down. Walking the hands in. Getting to a point where we want to be, then pushing down, trying to lift the elbows off the floor. And bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Lift up. Last one. Just scrunch that down. Can't get the foot out that one. So walking the hands out. Bring the elbows down. Head goes down. Move them hands forward. Push down. Lift the arms off the floor. Keep pushing down through the outer edge. Engage that inside thigh. Feel them shoulders working. Feel as if it's dropping right through the shoulders and the hips kind of wants to melt, but it can't. So bring the hands back under. Push up. Bring it underneath. Lovely. And I'm going next. Right, let's spirals. So we're going to bring ourselves onto our butt. And we're taking our feet up with our feet flat and our knees bent. This way. Placing your hands on your knees, you're going to move forward. You're going to take it over to the side and you're going to spiral round in a circle. Turn sideways. So you're forward, you're back, you're spiraling. So you're pushing out this spine here. Coming all the way around, lifting up. So again, you'll feel that the hips are moving, but we're doing the same sort of thing we were doing standing up, forwards and backwards and side to side, but we're doing it with the upper body. Now we're going to go from a small circle, I'll do it sideways actually, a small circle to a big circle in one direction, and then we're going to come back in the opposite direction from a big circle to a small circle. So we're leaning forward, doesn't matter which way you go, so I'm not going to say go to your right, go to your left, just you go in one way, and then to make a big circle you go in the opposite way to make a small. So from here, circling, keeping that circle small, but still trying to round the back. Then starting to make that circle a little bit bigger. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. That nice big circle. And then we're going to start to make that circle a little bit smaller. Until you eventually come back to seated. So we're going to go the same way. And we're making that circle bigger. And then we're going to go back again. Big circle. And then we're going to make that circle a little bit smaller. And all the time we're doing this, we're starting to work our stomach muscles as well. And we're bringing it back. And you should feel a bit swirly in your body. So we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to see if we can take our legs straight out. So if this feels too much, you can always bring the legs back up again. We're taking the hands out in front of us and we're leaning forward. And again, we're going to circle one way, we're going to circle back. So we're going to go small circle to big circle. We're going to circle over to the side and we're just doing a little circle. So circling out. As we come in, you could bring them arms in towards you and then push out. Bring them arms in, push out. So we're going to make this circle again, trying to make it bigger. But we're maintaining it, holding on, we're not going all the way back and falling over. And now we're going to go back the other way. And we're going to make this circle start to get smaller. And then we're back to seated. So we need to go the other way. So we're taking it out. Again, we're still going the same way. We're reaching out, we're pulling it in. Close your eyes, reach out, pull it in. Think about the circle getting bigger. Then we're going to go back the other way. And we're going to think about the circle getting smaller. And bring it back. So again, just have a feel. We're still kind of circling in the body. But even though we're working from here, oh, we'll feel it down here. And again, it's just a mad first thing that opens up them hips. But at the same time, all the stomach, every time we're moving side to side, our stomach muscles are doing all the work to stop us from just falling over to the side. So where are we? Now, we're going to finish with elephant today. So we're going to bring ourselves and do little bits of elephant. I'm doing, because I'm doing dancing with that. So from here, if we bring our hands onto the floor, you want to keep your body nice and straight. What you don't want is that. So if you want, push forward, pull your stomach muscles in, pull your pelvic floor in, hold everything nice and tight. Now you're going to flex your feet, and then you're going to try and lift one foot off the floor, and you're going to point it, and you're going to flex it and bring it back down. So again, when you lift, you don't want to drop, pull everything in, squeeze everything in, lift your other foot, lift, point, and flex and bring it down. If you can, you try and place your hands here, but again, you don't want to collapse. You can use all them stomach muscles, shoulders back. Lift the leg, point it, flex it, bring it down. Lift it, point it, flex it, bring it down. Let's do one more. Point it, flex it, bring it down. Oh, no. So you'll feel this working through the legs. Now, this tends to be one of the easiest bits, but it will become the hardest bit. So the next bit is to lift our bum off the floor. Sorry. So you can have your hands on your fingertips here. You can have your knuckles down. You can get blocks, as long as they don't fall over. And you can have your hands on the blocks in that direction, in that direction. You can use like things that when you do press-ups, so that it keeps the wrist straight. So there's a few things that you can use. Let's stick that over there. It doesn't matter which one you use. What you're trying to do again is pull the shoulders back, squeeze them together, pull the stomach muscles in, then lift the bum off the floor. You're taking it down, you can lift it up and down. And this works the arms, works the shoulders. It's a great exercise, but you're trying to keep everything nice and tight. Once you're getting used to lifting it up, you can hold it and see if you can lift your hip up towards each other. So again, now you're working them side muscles, and you'll feel it as soon as you do it. Great exercise for your love handles. And then we're bringing it down. So that's the 2 points. That one gets to be the next, that's the middle part. So now we're bringing it into the thighs and opening up the legs. You're bending your knee, you're taking your hand on the inside of your knee, but the outside of your foot. You're then pulling it backwards, and you want to keep it close to your shoulder. You don't want it going out in that direction, you want it here. You can use 2 hands, and you're trying to push it as close as you can to the shoulder backwards. So again, that's in there, and you're pulling backwards, pulling the leg back. And we're bringing it down. So we're going to try the other side. So the leg comes up, the knee on the inside, elbow on the inside, but hand on the outside of the foot. Pull it backwards. 1 hand or 2 hands, it's up to you. While you're doing this, you're working the hips, you're also working your biceps as well. They're getting a good workout, which will come in handy for the last bit. And then we're bringing it down. So we're going to do it the other side, but we're going to try and move that leg a bit more. So bringing the hand in, we're lifting it up, we're pulling it back. Now, letting go with if it's your right leg, your right hand, just let that drop. And then try and just push your foot up in the air. You're still trying to pull it back, but you're also trying to lift it up in the air. And you can place that hand on the floor. And then we're going to bring it down. So let's try the other side. Hand on the inside, elbow on the inside, hand on the outside. Lift it, pull it back. So like I said, you can stay here or you can drop the same hand onto the floor. Keep pulling it back, but also trying to lift it. So it's still pushing, but you're also straightening your leg. So it's more your leg doing that rather than you actually lifting it. You're pushing up with the knee. But you're still trying to push back. And you're trying to get that other hand on the floor. And then you bring it down. So we're going to try and link it all together. And it may be that you'll get to one point and you can't get to the rest. And that's okay. That's all right. Everything comes, and if you do little bits at a time and try to work each part, they'll all come together as one. So let's start with our right. We're bringing the leg back. We're taking the hand off, lifting it up, and trying to place the hand flat down. And then we're trying to get the arm underneath, at least the elbow, but if we can, as close up to the shoulder as possible, and see if it stays. Now it may slip down. If it slips down, then that's where you're going to stay. You're staying here, trying to get it to stay. If it stays, then you see if you can lift your bum off the floor. So we're kind of working backwards. So the last bit is the hardest bit. You're lifting your toe and lifting it off the floor. And pointing and flexing, and bringing it down. So you're probably going, oh, but you never know. Until you try it, you don't know. And that's what a lot of the things is. Most people see these things in books and go, oh, I could never do that. But you don't know. You might be able to. You might be able to get to some part. You might not be able to get all of it now. But the more you practice, the easier it gets. So let's try the other side. Pull it back. Drop that hand. Lift it up. Put your hand on the floor. See how high you can get it. See if you can get it right up to your shoulder. And then see if it stays. Like I said, if it drops off, then that's all you're going to. If you stay, see if you can get your bum off the floor. And if you can get your bum off the floor, see if you can lift your leg and point and flex. And then you're dropping it down. Even if it's just for a second. Now, there is a little cheat, but as soon as you cheat, it kind of swings you. So it takes your leg off your arm, which isn't great. And then there's lots of different arms. Once you're getting into that, then there's lots of different versions where you're hooking the leg, you're going to the side. So there's lots of different, but that is a nice one to start off with. We're going to do it one more time on each side because it's always better the second time. Pull it back, lift it up, lift your bum, lift up. You can, like I said, cheat by lifting and holding the leg, but it'll start to swing you round. But it's called elephant because you look like an elephant. So let's try the last one on the other side. Pull it back, lift it up, get your arm underneath, make sure it stays, lift your bum. When you're ready, lift the other leg. Point and flex if you want to, you don't have to, you can just hold it there and to do more than that. Bring it down. Good, so we've worked our shoulders, we've worked our legs, so we're going to have to just rest them out. And we're just going to do a nice little twist at the on our back. So we bring ourselves down, take your hands out to the side, bring your feet together and keep them together, lift them off the floor. Now you want to keep your shoulders. I'm going to go over to the left. Ooh, I'm going to move, go over to the left. So you're keeping your legs together. If you find that your shoulder comes up, keep your feet down. But from here, you're bringing the knees over to the side. You want to keep this shoulder down. You don't want to lift it off the floor. So if the legs don't go down, that's okay. You're just bringing it here. And then we're bringing it back to the centre. So we're going to bring it over to the other side. So we're bringing it over. We're keeping them legs together. If they stay here in the air, that's okay. But we're looking away from them. Every time we breathe out, just let the body relax. You may find they want to go down. But again, don't substitute your legs going down for your shoulder coming up or your legs coming apart. Keep them together. Feel that stretch diagonally through the back. So we're going to bring it back up, bringing the head back, and we're going to do one more on each side. Breathing out. Keep them legs together, keep the feet together, keep the shoulder down. Think about this, a diagonal pull, right from, you're going over to your left, it'll be from your right shoulder down to your left hip. Where can you breathe? And we're bringing it back. And we're going to do one more on the other side. So breathe out, bring it over, turn your head, look away. Keep them legs together, no matter where they are. And then bringing it back to centre. Give your legs a little pulling towards your chest. Grab hold of one knee, take the legs apart, roll the legs round in a circle. We're doing 5 one way and then we're going to swap directions. And again, this just relaxes them hips. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. Or it wakes up the snake and the energy right at the base of the spine. And then we're rolling ourselves up onto our bum. So I'm coming to say hello and thank you. Oh, hiya Gina, hiya Auntie Sue, hiya Katie. Hello there, Alison. Hiya Sati. Hiya Nicola. I spoke to V. Yes, so just going to do a little breathing before we go, just to say goodbye and just to kind of get ourselves here. But if you wanted to run, you could. No worries, Sati. Tomorrow evening, 8:30, the relaxation yoga. It's all lying on the floor, quiet, nice. You bring your own music. You need a duvet. You need pillows. You need a flannel to put over your eyes or an eye pillow. But it's nice and relaxing, but it's on Zoom. So if you want to come, either email me, marimac@hotmail.com, and I will send you over a link through email, or if you're on Messenger, on Facebook, I can send it through Messenger for you. At the moment, they are free, but by June, I will be charging for them. So get them now while they're free, ladies. And any gentlemen that are on there, but there's no I can't see any gentlemen, so just ladies, come and join me. So we're going to do constricted breathing. Now with this, you're trying to basically close your windpipe, your vocal cords, trying to close them over. And we do that every time we kind of yawn. It kind of constricts it. Or if we swallow as well, we kind of get the same thing. It just closes it over. We want to do that with our breathing. We want to make a sound, as it's called ocean breath. We want that sounds a bit like the ocean or wind. So as you breathe in, you kind of feel the nostrils come in and it makes a noise as it's going up. As you're going out, if you want to start with your mouth open and go, then what we're going to do is, instead of doing it out through the mouth, opening the mouth, we're going to try and make the same noise, but with the mouth closed. Now this is a very calming breathing technique, and again, all things that are anything to do with our breathing. When we're watching our breathing, our mind isn't thinking about all the rubbish that's out there or even in there. So it's always good to just take a little time and do a little breathing, to focus on the breathing, and it helps to clear the mind, especially if you're feeling a little overwhelmed with what's happening, if you're feeling a little anxious, if your breathing's getting a bit out of sync. Sit down, take some time to breathe, and just take a little time for you. So we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths. We're going to breathe in, lifting our arms up, and then we're going to blow out like if we're blowing out a candle. Bring your hands together. Thank you so much for joining me. It's now coming up to 8 o'clock, so get yourself ready. Let's get out there and clap for our carers, bin men, postmen, Tesco's, all the other shop assistants that are working in this time. And good luck. Take time and care out there. I shall see you all soon. Bye-bye.